What's up, guys? IFBB Pro Joe Seeman and Dragon Pharma athlete, and welcome to my place. I'm just about to put together my pre-workout meal today. Today's actually a low-carb day. I just started with a coach a couple weeks ago, so he's kind of doing my diet for me. So today's a low-carb day, even though it's leg day. So my pre-workout meal today is not anything substantial, I guess you could say. So it's going to be, as you'll see over here, I've already sort of started the measurement process. So there's about 125 grams of rice cooked, roughly 210 grams of chicken which is cooked, and then 100 grams of asparagus. And I'm also going to add 10 grams of coconut oil to this meal. So I always reheat my meals in a frying pan. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cook that in the frying pan, heat that up and eat that. And then after that, I'll start getting everything ready to go train. So I like to pre-cut everything up before I put it in the frying pan, just to makes it cook easier. And in my opinion, like if you're gonna reheat food, nothing's really better than doing it in the frying pan. Like you could do it in the microwave if you want to. Obviously, it's still gonna warm it up, but it tastes way better in the frying pan. So note to anybody dieting out there, especially if you're dieting for bodybuilding show, you're gonna be dieting for a few months. Try doing this if you can. Like if you have the the freedom to be at home to do it, even just for a couple meals a day. I find it makes a big difference in the taste. And when you are on a restrictive diet, it's nice when your food tastes a little bit better. So try cooking it in the pan. Boom. 10 grams. It's actually technically, my diet is olive oil, but I like coconut oil better, so I prefer it. It tastes better. Alright, so I'm getting my gym bag ready. So I'm gonna make sure that I bring the essentials, which is Mr. Vane's. So I'll take this and the Venom pre-workout when I get to the gym. And then the Dr. Fear EAAs, I'll take intra, and I will also actually take a little bit more than Mr. Vane's intra, which is a kind of a trick that I like to use, because especially when you're on lower carbs, I find like adding a little bit more of the pump product during your workout just helps keep that pump going when you're training, for a longer session like legs. So I like to add that in as well. So we're gonna throw these in here, and then go crush some legs. Alright guys, so since I am one of the new athletes with Dragon Pharma, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a chance to get to know a little bit of background about me and who I am, and other stuff other than just this is the first time you're seeing me. So basically, like, I've been a competitive bodybuilder since I was 20 years old, and now 28. Last year in 2019, just over a year ago, I won my pro card in Toronto at the Toronto Pro Qualifier, winning the overall, and then the same weekend I did my first pro show and placed 4th. So since then, I was preparing for this year, and preparing for some shows that were earlier in the year, such as the Indy Pro and Cali Pro. But as a lot of the circumstances changed for a lot of us, it kind of delayed my plans. So now I'm currently 8 weeks out of the California Pro since it's been rescheduled, and that's going to take place in September 12th. So basically, outside of the competitive competing as a bodybuilder, as a pro, I do online coaching as well. So I work with a variety of clients, a lot of competitors. I've been doing this for 5 or 6 years as well. So I work with clients from all across Canada and the US and some in other countries as well. So it's kind of a worldwide thing, and it just enables me to do something that I enjoy doing, and still be able to dedicate the time to being a pro bodybuilder and being able to train and eat and do all those things I need to do during a day. So that's another reason why I like it, to have that freedom, because like to really be at this level, I find like you need the you need the freedom and the time of day to be able to do those things, and it's harder to do that if you're working a 9 to 5 kind of job. So yeah, and I'm fortunate, you know, now that the gyms are back open. I've got one that's nice and close by my house, 10 minutes away, which is the one we're going to today, and it's got a good setup for legs. So, you know, I'm excited to get in there and crush a leg day and show you guys some of the machines that not every gym has. So that's another thing. Like, a gym's, like, I'm in Canada, so in Ontario, which is the province that I live in, there's not a lot of gyms with certain machines, and I find like that in the Quebec gyms, which is the province beside Ontario, there's a lot more selection for certain equipment. So the gym we're going to today is actually in Quebec, on the Quebec side. So you guys are going to see the French gym today. So we got to the gym. As you can see, it's a very like ghetto type gym. It's in a basement, so we're gonna mix our pre-work. Well, I'm gonna take the pre-workout out here, and then we're gonna head in to go to train, and then you guys will see what I'm gonna take intra-workout as well. So let's do it. All right, so we're gonna do a dry scoop here. As you can see, I am using the smaller scoop. The only reason I'm using the smaller scoop is 2 reasons. Is like the pre-workout's actually very potent, for one, and I don't really need a lot of stimulants to get like what I need from it. So I find the smaller scoop works for me. It's a tolerance thing, right? So on leg days, I don't really want to take too many stimulants because I find it makes me feel a little nauseous. So I like to keep it to just the right amount, and we're gonna do it. This is how the pros do it, you know. Just like a nice little dry scoop in your mouth. All right, I'm ready to go. Let's do this. All right, so we're in the gym. Pre-workout's definitely kicking in. I'm feeling it now. So what we're gonna do is mix. I'm gonna mix the Dr. Fear, the AAs, and a little bit more of the Mr. Vanes for my intro workout, and then we're gonna get started with legs. All right, guys, so first thing I'm gonna do, just get kind of sort of warmed up and everything, is the abduction machine. So this one works more your medial glutes, hip flexors, that kind of thing. Just gets things warmed up going into a heavy quad focused leg workout. So I'm gonna do 3 sets here, about 20-25 reps a set, get things going, and then after that we're gonna head into leg extension. Definitely feel the pre-workout. It is strong in a good way. So yeah, like I said earlier, you know, currently just under 8 weeks out, so you know, my workouts are still going really well, still getting good pumps, still strong. It definitely helps having, like, you know, the Mr. Vanes pump product though, like I was saying earlier, you know, mixing that intra, because it just helps get better contractions, better pumps in your training, like especially when you're on lower carbs. So you know, having those products around your training is gonna make a huge difference. You know, the pre-workout with the Venom, the Vanes, Mr. Vanes, and the Dr. Fear. So, you know, you definitely want to implement those, and like obviously the essential amino acids are very, very important to have during your workouts, I find, because it's already going to help you, you know, towards your recovery while you're training. So, you know, and the flavors are really good too. So the apple juice flavor I really enjoy, so it's honestly like a treat drinking that when you're training. All right, one more set here, and then we're gonna move on to 1 leg extensions. So we don't have to move too far. Leg extensions just right there, so we're gonna do those next. And again, yeah, with these ones, like Obviously it's not a crazy heavy compound movement, so it's more of a warm-up, like I was saying, for like your medial glutes, hip flexors, that kind of thing. And also kind of just like, it's like an exercise you can do when you first get in the gym to kind of get your head into like the workout. So I'm not going crazy on these. I'm, you know, going slower and just focusing on trying to squeeze my glutes when I, you know, contract outwards. So not a crazy movement, not a, you know, not as impressive as watching someone do squats, but we will do those later. So let's get after some one leg extensions. So yeah, as you can see at that first warm up, you know, trying to get that full range of motion, full extension kind of thing. So tip there is just, you know, try and keep the weight moderate. Don't try and go too heavy because you want to get that full range on something like this. It's not a heavy exercise. So focus on the form, and yeah, let's do a few more sets of these, and then we're going to move into a vertical leg press. Done those. We're gonna move on to leg press next. Yeah, it's getting fun now. Start off with 4 plates aside for a warm up, and then do one more set with 6, and then do work sets with 8 aside. Okay, so as you can see, we're doing a vertical leg press. Reason for that is it's mostly quad focused, and it's a really great machine. Like I was saying, you know, this gym has some machines like that where other gyms like in Ontario wouldn't. So yeah, it's very quad focused, and the range of motion isn't really big, but it's targeting your quads, which is the main purpose. So yeah, did a warm up, doing about 12 on the warm ups, and excuse me, work sets. To be honest, I just do as many reps as I can. So it's probably anywhere from 15 to 20 approximately. So I'll do another warm up with 6, and then a couple work sets with 8. All right. One more set here, guys. All right, so we finish off with the vertical leg press. So now we're moving into squats. These ones, again, more quad focused. So my stance is a little bit closer when I'm doing it. So about about that, about a foot apart roughly. And I'm not going super deep. I'm going to around 90 degrees approximately, give or take. It's more about keeping the emphasis on your quads. So I start with 2 plates and I'll work my way up to doing about probably four or 5 plates, aiming for around that 10 rep mark, because I find with the squats, especially later in the workout, keep the reps a bit lower, so you can go a little heavier, but keeping the form good, not trying to set any PRs or eagle lift or anything like that, just good weight for me. And then do as I was saying, a couple gradual warm-up sets, and then get into a good heavy set at the end before finishing off with some walking lunges. So let's get it. I don't even know what I'm doing. That was a hard set. Alright. Catch my breath and then do lunges. Again, like I'm trying to emphasize quads, so my steps won't be super long steps. They're gonna be a little bit shorter. Keep the tension more on my quads. First set, I'm just gonna do body weight, feel it out, and then from there I'm gonna try and add some weight to do a couple more working, a little bit heavier sets. So these, I don't have a desired rep range. I just going the length of the fitness studio room and back a few times. So approximately I'd say 8 to 10 reps per leg is sort of around where I go for. So don't quote me on this, but that's approximately the rep range I'm aiming for. So This is as real as it gets. Alright guys, so this is my first video on the Dragon Pharma YouTube channel since signing with them recently. and I'm really excited to keep doing more videos to come. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me do my quad focus leg day today. And if you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and leave a comment of maybe something you'd like to see me train next. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe now.